You're watching SBA Today. With all the latest news, stories, and advice, here are your hosts, Paul Long and Tonya Mazurek.
Good morning and welcome to SBA Today, sponsored by SBA Collective for the week of May 25th. I am Paul Long.
And I am Tonya Mazurek. I swear I need to do something like coming live from Key West with the way that you just did yours. Or welcome, or let's see, what is it?
That's right.
Good morning, Vietnam.
From the Tonya Mazurek Studios, live.
Anyway, all right, guys, good morning, and let's get into the news.
Well, hey, I was out last week. You're all welcome for that. And I was at the SBA Directors Retreat, sponsored by our podcast parent company, The Art of SBA. And wanted to share some things that I learned. First of all, if you haven't been to this, wow. It's amazing. As a leader, it was great to network with your peers and learn and pick the brains of always people smarter than yourself, right? That's the perfect thing. So
I love that you said that, Paul, because I'm a firm believer that if you're the smartest person in the room, you're actually not very smart if you know
exactly. That's why I have a great team where I'm at, because people are smarter than me. So the first conversation that I want to bring up is lenders are not liking some of the searcher deals that are coming through, seeing an increase in credit challenges. And again, the ones where you have, a lot of people can look at searcher deals different ways. This is the one where you have a borrower with no direct experience taking over the business, but all the down payment money comes in from investors. So you have no skin in the game from the CEO, and they pretty much bought themselves a job and a pretty massive personal guarantee. And who would have thought that some of those are going bad? Weird. Any thoughts on that, Tonya?
A few. And yeah, you know me on this one. I think, honestly, that so many of those, I don't know that it should be such a pendulum swing that we're seeing, right? I don't know that it should be this huge pendulum swing over here that these are all bad, because they are not. And I would highly disagree with that. Now, what I do think happened is we had some loose freaking credit boxes there for a minute. And so in those loose credit boxes, people were mitigating around things maybe they shouldn't, or they were structuring in such a way that it made it eligible, but it didn't make it right. Do you know what I mean? There's a very freaking big difference between those two. And those are the ones that don't look so good. That doesn't mean all of them are incorrect. I'm huge in this one, guys. I'm in this daggum space all the time. It's the nuance behind it. Just because there's nuance, just because somebody doesn't have, come on, man. You get a big deal. Like I've got one like that right now, Paul. You get a big deal, right? A very large, let's say it's a 5 million acquisition deal. How many freaking people have, what is it? 100K? No, 5 million, 500K sitting in a freaking account to put into a deal. Not that many, but does that mean that you turn away somebody that could be a really good party for it because they've got investors that are helping them out on the back end? Or do you look at, okay, how is this structured? Maybe it's a, the experience is light in that particular part of that industry, but they have other industry experience within it that works really well. Like, let's say they have sales. They have a lot of sales. They've got the ability to create contracts and go for extra things and expand a business, whereas the seller maybe was all in IT or all in, some other line of that business. Does that make them not a good fit? Or does it mean you create structure around it to make it still work? And it's
I think that's why we're in this world, right? Because everything is so different and unique. However, even though there's a bunch of things unique, there are still a lot of things that are the same.
100%.
Like that. Like another one, for example, is we could never do FedEx routes, right? And then all of a sudden the door opened up for FedEx routes and then it closed again. And do you know what we're seeing right now? Also, are you ready? Oh my God. Defaults. Weird.
Okay. Again.
Pendulum.
Just freaking because something opens up, that doesn't mean you put every freaking body in it. And just because it tightens down, it doesn't mean you take everybody out of it. And I get so daggone frustrated with that, because there is this middle line that nobody likes, the freaking middle line these days. Let's just freaking go over here and over here. But
calm down, Purple.
It makes me batshit crazy, excuse my language. But anyway, all right, fine.
So moving on to our next one here, and this one for all my data nerds out there who run SBA shops. We did a lot of talking about Parris score. I know, the sexy topic that is that. The biggest thing that was kind of an eye-opener for me is that at the very top of your Parris score, there's a cumulative net yield. At the end of the day, that's the most important number in your Parris score. I want you to think of the SBA as an insurance company. And this is how I always sell SBA to my clients, is I'm saying, hey, they're an insurance company. You know, you're paying the premium but you never see the benefit. That's an insurance company. So the bottom line is that cumulative net yield in your Parris scorecard pretty much says if you're positive, then your institution is making SBA money, versus a negative that you are a drain on SBA. Now, I'm sure if that was public knowledge, there'd be some institutions out there that would have some pretty jaw-dropping cumulative net yield on there. And if you were ever worried about a time, I think, was it last week or the week before, talking about USDA kicked out some lenders, we're all kind of sitting on pins and needles. Is SBA going to do this? And if so, would they do it against the cumulative net yield? So it was a fun conversation. So if you don't know your Parris score, and if you don't know your Parris cumulative net yield, that's it. Positive, good; negative, bad. Pretty simple, right?
Well, you know what happened to me? And this is a previous institution. And I asked what our Parris scores were, and I asked it to be sent to me, and I was told they could not send it to me, that they were not supposed to send it to me. And this came from higher up, and this is not my previous, just FYI, but they would not give me, one of their lenders, the Parris score. You know, I had to go to the SBA to get the Parris score. Now tell me.
No one's hiding anything. I don't get it.
Tell me there's not something wrong with that picture. Yeah. I was like, whoa, wait a minute. Oh my God. Yeah. Well, yeah.
Even if it's bad, you should share it. How do we fix it? That would be my response if one of my team members asked me that. All right.
Well, and here's the deal. There's always ways to find anything. If you find out from outside your own daggum institution, how does that make you feel about who you're working for?
Very trustworthy. You have a great track record of that.
I have really, you know, and why do you think I'm like in this place of,
la la la?
Oh my God. Shut up.
We're not going into that. No, next topic. Using AI, of course, we should turn that into a drinking game, because man, AI is everything out there. Are you running your questions through the SBA SOP? There's ways on AI that you can input the SBA SOP and ask it questions. Are you doing that? The information's solid because it's only referencing the SOP. So if you ever have a chance to create like an agent or something like that on your AI, do it. It's fascinating and very accurate. Now, here's the thing. with anything with AI, please check your work. Check your work. Remember, it likes it when you're happy, and it doesn't like it when you're not. So yeah, so make sure to do that. But and then of course keep personal information out of there, because you never know what's going to happen there. But we need to all start using AI a little bit more. And I challenge everyone out there to think about whatever position you're in, how can you use AI to improve your productivity? What's your thoughts on AI?
Couple things. One, okay.
Can you spell AI?
IAS.
Perfect.
So shut up, you and your blonde. I'm totally kidding. Anyway, awesome. Love it. Better from another mother. No, one of the questions well, a couple things, right? As far as is AI, okay, no, here's the deal. Do you think AI is making lenders like
lazy,
smarter, or just faster? I mean, is it creating better deals, or is it just creating it faster through a system to an
in my opinion, it's increasing efficiencies.
Okay.
What took you an hour to look through a deal could take you 5 minutes. Okay. So that's the future is the quick yes and the quick no. Well, now it could be a quicker yes and a quicker no. Right?
Yes and no. I can't help it. I'm still like, on the fence with that. No, I absolutely believe it can make it faster, and it can pick up certain things. Now, I do not, however, think it can pick up all the nuance behind it. It's going to pick up the most logical and whatever, but it's not going to oftentimes pick up, some of the different ways to maybe layer or structure something to create. I
challenge you and everyone listening. Go into AI. I don't care what version you have. Upload the SBA SOP to the little chat button and ask a question that you may be asked your manager, Nagel, SBA delegated authority. Ask some random question. And be amazed with what comes back, because it's only analyzing the document you put in there, and see how accurate your answer is.
Couple things with that, Paul. Yes, there are a zillion and one SBA SOP versions out there. If you are not very specific which version you're putting in, the SBA SOP 5010A, right?
Correct.
It can cross. I've seen it. It can cross and get.
But if you upload it, it only looks at that document.
True. That's true.
It won't look at old ones. And then when that changes, you just have to update your SOP. So
that's true.
I don't know.
And you have to double check and tell it that it can only use the uploaded version that you gave it. It's true. I mean, believe me, I have tried it. That's the only reason I know this.
Maybe we should do an episode on this. That could be really good.
It'd be fun.
I know. Get some nerds on. It'd be great.
I know too. Everybody do the same thing. Like everybody kind of go through their own little AI version, right? And have one thing that they're looking at, and see what everybody comes back with, and see if it's the same in some respect.
Our producer Madison had a phenomenal idea. That is, we do Tonya versus AI. You structure a deal, and then I just use AI, and we'll see who gets it done quicker and more accurate. Ooh,
oh crap! Who do you think
could be
get it done quicker and more accurate? Whatever. Like, give us. I don't know. Give us a fun. I don't know. I think, but here's the deal. I don't think AI is taking away people. I think we still have to have our own.
Now.
I know. It's taking us away. Y'all are going to see the AI version of Tonya and Paul pretty soon. We're going to be robots.
Hello.
In fact, maybe we already are. Maybe we already are.
That's correct. It's so good. I'm working in my office right now, and I don't know.
I'm out on a boat.
Right, but we'll have no money to afford it because we'll have no job. But whatever.
Oh, dang.
let's move into your topic.
All righty, fine,
Tonya.
fine. SBA just launched a major national initiative, the Patriot Pitch Competition, featuring a $1 million prize pool to spotlight American entrepreneurs for small businesses. This isn't just another pitch contest. Okay. It's part of a broader celebration of 250 years of American free enterprise, highlighting how small businesses continue to drive innovation, job creation, and economic growth across the country. Now, what makes this competition different? It's specific, right? And targeted at small businesses that have created SBA financing or that have SBA financing, including 7A, 504, microloans, and other qualifying capital. The focus isn't just on big ideas, which is a typical pitch contest, right? It's not just on that. It's on execution, impact, and real economic contribution, which that's what SBA is all about, right? Judging will emphasize strengthening U.S. competitiveness, innovation within an industry, job creation and economic opportunity, and strong fundamentals and readiness to scale. How it works. The competition runs through 4 stages of judging, eventually narrowing down to top finalists. Finalists will pitch live in Washington, D.C. in September in front of judges and a national audience. This is cool, guys. You got to try it. Anyway, cool, competing. Yeah, right. Competing for a share of the $1 million. We did not plan that. $1 million in prize funding. Yes. Anyway.
Okay, so I had to look because I was curious because the government just doesn't give away $1 million. So
yeah?
I was like, follow. They don't get me started. I always go, okay, let's follow the cash. Well, the $1 million was donated by Clover.
Nice.
Interesting. So I'm sure that, it's. I'm glad that they did that. That's nice. It'll be interesting to see.
What is the sure of? There's got to be something behind that comment, Paul.
Well, a lot of marketing for Clover. Okay. I mean, no one just throws $1 million at something to be nice. Let's be real.
Okay. True. Yeah.
Keep going.
All right. More interesting. Let's see. National exposure for participating businesses, access to investors, industry leaders, and policymakers. That's pretty good, guys. I mean, you get yourself in front of those who are looking for potentially the product or the innovation or the business idea that you're putting out there. That's big news right there. I mean, that's really going to be a big one. A supplier matchmaking expo connecting small businesses with larger companies and contracting opportunities.
I bet you Mark will be there.
Mark.
The Mark program.
Mark? Oh my God. I'm like, huh? I'll bet you all the programs are going to be there. I'll bet you international trade lines. I bet, or I guess you don't call that anymore. Okay, why it matters. This is a strong signal from the SBA because SBA is putting a lot of strong signals out there lately, guys. Anyway, they're pushing growth stage small businesses, not just startups. They're trying recognition to measurable impact, jobs, innovation, and competitiveness. Okay. And for entrepreneurs, especially those already leveraging SBA programs, this is one of the rare opportunities to get non-dilutive funding plus national visibility in a single platform. Now, Paul, thoughts? What are your thoughts on this?
I hope that the entire crew of Shark Tank is a part of the panel. I think that would be really fun. Mr. Wonderful to like tear some of these people up.
Mr. Wonderful is too daggone busy with his AI.
That's true. And his wine business and everything. But still, I want to know who's on there because it would be kind of fun. You know, maybe the 2 hosts of SBA Today will be invited to be a panelist. Oh! I mean, hey, Kelly.
Somebody send this to somebody that could make that happen. We'd be
there. We go, and we'll do it live. Oh man,
that'd be so much fun.
No, it's cool that they're doing that. It's creative. That's what I like most about it is it's creative.
Well, and have you ever been to one of the pitch? I've been to some. I mean, because they'll do that
I actually
oftentimes.
have not.
The SBA actually has done that before. It is
Oh.
so freaking cool to go in there and see these small businesses, and this might be larger ones the way that they're doing this program, but see these small businesses just pitch what they're looking to do and pitch to somebody else as far as, okay, this is my idea. This is why I think it's great, and see what they get. Anyway.
True.
All right. Anything else, Paul?
That's a wrap.
That's a wrap. All right, guys. We'll see you here next Tuesday. Oh, God. You should wrap the ending. We'll see you there.
Check us out on socials.
We'll see you next Tuesday morning right here live on LinkedIn and or YouTube or any of the platforms where you stream your podcast. Go back and look at any of our previous episodes. We'd love to see you there. Also, check in with Paul or I on our personal LinkedIn pages. We'd love to connect with you there at Paul Long or Paul T. Long. Paul T.
That's right.
Long.
PTL.
On LinkedIn and Tonya, Missouri. Anyway, we recognize that there's plenty of things you could be doing this morning with your time. Thanks for spending it with us. Have a great week.
See you later.